Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. So we're very much on the way now. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Pelé, spread neatly. Lovely bit of skill. He's picked his way through. Impressive jump! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Now it's Pelé. Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh, great feat, that.
Ferry does well to get it back. Beckenbauer. In towards the back stick. De Gea claims it without any fuss. Santos couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
He is through here. Crosses it in. And that's the keeper's ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's got away. Zanetti. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Pelé. Oh, no joy this time. La Coruña have it back and can go again. Damn it! Oh, the ball's run loose here. That's going to go a long way. Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Santos are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And here's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival, Messi. And Bronkhorst, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And he's being shifted off it. Rodri. Now, can they get him away? Pelé. So, what can they make of this? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Van Dijk, always very imposing. Ah, he's given it away. He's beaten the last man. It's Pelé! Goal! And there is your opener. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That's put paid to the danger. And he's quick to snatch it back. And that's another good win of the ball.
Santos truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And here's Hullet, and he's managed to get free.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Deftly away. And it's Cruyff. And it's played in here. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Neymar. Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Santos trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Santos can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
No, there's no going past him this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Batistuta, expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's there to get it away. Marquinhos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Strong running down that left flank. He's taking on the lot of them. And here's Hullet. Forced to go back. Shifted it to the flank. Could move up a gear here. Best needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Rodri getting this one clear. Santos still this single goal behind. Chiellini gets it clear. 60 minutes played. Just eases him off the ball. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Cruyff. Great vision. Neymar. That's good play. Good purposeful running this. And that has been cleared. And the counter is on. Now it's Batistuta. Played out to the left flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Van Bronckhorst is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Cruyff. Robertson getting forward. Oh, they could break here. No, no way through there. Now it's Pelé. Pelé. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And he's forced to go back. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
La Coruña clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of...
Pele! Oh, and that should have been two.
Pele really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Substituição no time do Santos.
And we have our very first
Camisa
corner.
9, camisa 7, camisa 11, camisa 10, camisa 3. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 19, camisa 15.
Oh, that's a fine interception. And he can thump, and the shots! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Backward it goes, and he shoots! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Santos very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
And this is Raul. That's very neat. Raul. And he's heaved it away. Oh, good ball.
Santos really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And here's Berbatov. And Berbatov! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Berbatov is offering a right smile there. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
And it's Zanetti. And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Now that is commitment to the cause. Neymar. Oh, such a clever touch. He's had it taken off him. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Santos e São Paulo.
Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. Things already rolling. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly.
There's Vitor Baia, Peter, exuding his unique brand of calm and confidence.
And Berbatov! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Well, it's Batistuta. It's a good foot in there. Mbappe, he's picked his way through. And that was very necessary. Ribéry. Played out wide. Zanetti has it in a wide position. Ribéry! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And the counter is on. And here's Neymar. And Berbatov! And again, he is at his elastic best.
Berbatov really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
And he's taking no chances there. Santos have the chance to go the other way. And this is Pelé. Look at the space here. Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. This looks promising. Zanetti, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And he cuts out the supply. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's managed to get free. He's having a shot! And there's a goal! And Dijk does really well to win the ball there. It's a really well-measured ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Messi. And it's Griezmann. And here's Batistuta. Well read, nice interception. Messi makes a move down the right. Oh, sweet feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pelé. And it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Ribéry. Now it's Berbatov. Pelé could move up a gear here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Shot could be on. Oh, best! Goal! Santos! The first significant strike. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Santos are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Santos have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Tries to pass it through. Aimed beyond the defence. Best. Beckenbauer spots it and intercepts. And here's Berbatov. He's having a pop! They've got to be quick to recover this. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Ribéry. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Batistuta.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Shapes to shoot! He's got a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And Berbatov! Magnificent! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Half-time imminent! What a time to score! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum is shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Neymar! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this could be the final action of the first half. De Gea gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. That's a cute ball. And he's intervened well there. And we've reached half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Santos leading, but only just 2-1 the scoreline. Gets us going once more. Neymar. Berbert. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Berbatov really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So, third corner of the game. And he gets rid in a hurry. Oh, it's come loose. Out towards the flank. Sao Paulo with another corner. Sao Paulo get their fourth corner. Rijkaard! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Zanetti.
That's well played. He knew he had to mop that up.
Corner count is rising. That's 6. That's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Messi is fouled. Van Dijk. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Zanetti. Nicely weighted ball. And it's Zanetti. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Ribery has created one goal already. Now it's Berbatov. He has a look up. Knocks it into space. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Pass somewhat off target.
Público presente
Van
na partida
Bronckhorst
de hoje.
threads one in, and he welcomes it in.
9.420 espectadores.
Neymar. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nicked it back promptly. Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And that is not... Oh, it's come off the upright. And it's Griezmann. Real chance! Goal! And this is getting better and better. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Santos now in a position far more desirable.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Pelé. And that could set him on his way. That is great defending, so alert. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pelé. Just about up to 75 minutes. Pelé conjures time and space where few can. He is through here. Tries to play it through. Mbappe. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Messi. Now that's well seen too. Pelé. That has been cut short. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? No foul, says the referee. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome. And Messi! It's anyone's ball now. He'll try from distance. It's hit the upright.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Good ball, good take.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's been cut out, well played. And it's Zanetti. And here's Messi. Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Taken off it pretty forcefully. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Lovely pass, but can he get
Foram
there?
indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Now it's Berbatov. Now it's Neymar. Messi. And that's it. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. The Urbano Caldera, it really is a wonderful place to be, a ground graced by some of the greatest in Brazilian football, heroes and legends. Things already rolling. Well, Jim, Vitor Baia is, of course, one of the most decorated goalkeepers of all time.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that...
Tries one from range! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, he's on his own! Best! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Best just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Now it's Messi. Zanetti. And here's Batistuta. Juli does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Batistuta. Spread it left. And he welcomes it in. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He'll try from distance! And that was precious close.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Out of play for a throw. Pelé. Now it's Batistuta. This might spell danger, and he shoots! Goal! Santos!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Hullet. And he's managed to get rid. And reclaimed it in a trice. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Zanetti. Zanetti, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Batistuta, he's being urged to takes a shot! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Truly superb, a goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Santos are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encourage the pass with an...
Chance, surely! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And the finish! Rijkaard is there, and he can get that clear. Not the most accurate pass. And that has put paid to that. Lovely chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Van Bronckhorst, done delicately. Floated through. That's good play. Pelé, and this is Pelé!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Messi. Edmilson. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's run loose here. It's Pelé! No, not quite.
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Neymar. A probing pass. That has been cut short. Best. Pelé. It's played through for him. Towering header! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And it's Batistuta. That's good running with the ball. This is Batistuta. A header! It's a goal! And they are right back within touch! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Santos may be down, but not out just yet. Neymar. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Gullit. Gullit. Batistuta.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Can he get on the end of this? De Gea breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Messi. Well, that pass isn't the best. That's it, 45 minutes up.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Oh, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. So let's get the ball rolling. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And And here's Batistuta. And this is Pele. Giroud. And the counter is on. Pele conjures time and space where few can. And he's been shifted off it. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. And Bronkhorst picks it up out wide. Batistuta. Neymar. Pele. And here's Batistuta. Great ball and he... Real chance! It's loose and there's... Oh, what has happened here? Batistuta. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Shot a goal! It's a goal! Right back in the game! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking...
Shoots!
Público
Puskás.
presente na partida de hoje.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
8.855 espectadores.
And Bastoni. Bastoni is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Batistuta. Edmilson.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, he's been terrific effort! Off the post! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He's going for goal! That is decidedly lacking.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. He's a sharp little ball here. Pele. And here's Messi. Edmilson. Hullet. Giroud. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Look at the space here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Santos really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And a header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Camisa camisa 10.
That should get the job done.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 17.
And now a
camisa
sudden chance to
15,
counter.
Neymar. Camisa 19.
Now that's well seen too.
Camisa
Early
8.
ball out from the back.
Substituição.
And that was nowhere near his best. And he cuts out the supply.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Robertson venturing down the left. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Hullet. Deftly away. 5 minutes left on the clock.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Nicely weighted ball. And he can thump it away. And they're back on the ball again. Dinks one through. And a chance! It's a loose ball. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
All hands on deck for this one. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Teremos 3 minutos
Defending
de
of the
acréscimo.
desperate variety.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that is as far as it goes. Santos can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both.